Hello guys, welcome to your first info product training, and we're going to go step by step through the process of getting our info product online. So that's kind of what this training is designed to do. So what I'm going to do here starting out is start with the beginning phase, and this is just the technical training that we're covering here. And so for those watching and wondering what I'm doing here, I'm literally doing the technical training for you guys so you guys can see where these are going to fit in. So like this is at the beginning phase. You guys can offer each one of these separate videos that you do. I'm going to have about a 5-10 second pause between each video. You can then offer these with your lessons, with the 15 lessons you guys already got access to. And so first thing is we need to have a domain name. So we're going to talk about the beginning of your info products. There's a couple things for you to start selling your information products online. You must have a domain name. So to do that, I typically go out to GoDaddy.com. It's one of my favorite spots to go find a domain. And what I'm looking for in a domain is a domain that pretty much captures the name of my information product behind it. So for this case, I'm actually looking at kind of the domain that's going to be the name of my info product. And so I'm going to be setting up like a leadership info product, for example. So I'm going with leadership counts, and I'm going to call it training, leadership counts training.com. And then I'm going to go search for domain. So when you have an idea of your domain, you can search for it. You want to try to have the name of your course, of your product in there. You want to try to have the main subject matter of your course in there. And so that's that process. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in to my GoDaddy account real quick. So give me a moment as I log in there. And if you don't have a GoDaddy account, you can actually create one. Let me show you my screen now. All right, and it looks like it removed it from my cart. That was really nice. So let's go back here and do it again. Leadership Counts Training. Do a quick search on that. And then go ahead and choose Select. Go ahead and choose Select right here. And then continue to cart. No, thank you. And again, you got to watch out. They have a pile of upsells in there. And then continue. And then you can go ahead and click on the registration. I typically will go just for the 1 year. And it's going to ask you if you want the .net, the .co, the .info version. Typically, you don't need those versions unless you're really worried about it. But most of the time, you can go get by without it. And then let's go ahead and purchase this domain. So I'm going to go to proceed to checkout right here. Proceed to checkout. We've got our information in there. Place your order. And there we go. So now that we have placed our order, our domain name is ready to go. So we've now ordered that. We can now find it in my domain. So let's do that real quick. So let me go up at the top here. You can go scroll down here, and then on the left-hand side, so on the top, you're just going to click on your name and then go to Manage My Domains. And that's after you've purchased it. Now you can actually see where your domain shows up. So that's what I'm going to do here next. Because you must have a domain name to make this process work. That's why we're doing this. And there we go. I've got 203 domains in here. So let's find this one. Leadership. Let's see. Leadership counts. It has not added it yet. So let's go ahead and refresh that. And let it load up, but you're going to find it under Manage Domain. So we'll wait till that domain loads in there, but that is the process for registering a domain name with GoDaddy. So that is the process you would go through. So we now have our domain name, and GoDaddy is where I go. You can also go out to a company called Namecheap.com. They're another good one. namecheap.com. It's the exact same process. You just type in the name of your domain. And then the other domain provider that's popular is name.com as well, name.com. The next thing you need in the beginning phase is you must have web hosting in place. Let me show you the providers that I would recommend for selling information products. For selling info products, I'd recommend HostGator. It's one of the better web hosts out there. They've got a great long-term, they've been around for a very long time. They're backed by a lot of, high quality people, 24/7 support, everything you would need. So HostGator.com is a fantastic option. And let's click and compare the options. That way I can run down the various options with you. You've got the Hatchling plan. I don't believe that's the best deal in my opinion. Typically for where you're going to be doing with your info products, I would go with either the baby plan or the business plan. And sometimes you can catch sales there at HostGator, so it's a pretty good idea to just kind of check what their prices are. But the business plan or baby plan is going to be what you're going to want when you're starting out launching your first info product. You don't have to go into a dedicated server right away. In fact, that can be kind of cumbersome for you. So you don't necessarily need to go that route right out of the gate. Another popular web host for launching and selling info products that I've seen out there is Bluehost, bluehost.com. And you guys can check out Bluehost and actually get yourself your hosting account set up through them. Either Bluehost or HostGator is going to be more than sufficient, but you must have a domain name and you must have website hosting in order to get your information product, your first info product, out onto the internet. And let me show you one other step here, and in this step, this is where we're going to tie the domain name that we just purchased. We're actually going to tie this domain name to our hosting account that we are working with. So I'm going to click on this, give it just a moment to load up, and check for my verification code. And then go over here to manage domains, manage domains. Let's see if our new domain showed up. That one does not show up, but let me show you this domain. Here's one, Learn Online Marketing Fast. And let's go up here to name servers. So you just need to click right in here. So click right here on the domain you want to set up. So I'm going to go with this one, Learn Online Marketing Fast. Then go to name servers and choose set name servers, set name servers. And right now it's set to some custom name servers at HostGator. So I'm actually going to edit those name servers, and I'm going to put in, again, if you're using HostGator, it's going to look like this. If you're using Bluehost, it'll look different. But these are your name servers, and you're going to get those provided to you after you set up your web host. And you need to include these because that's how you set up your domain name to your account, to your web hosting account. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm setting my name servers. And then click on OK. Click on OK, and then choose Save. So the process again is going to My Domains inside your domain provider, whether it's GoDaddy or Namecheap. You're looking for name servers. You want to highlight the domain you're working with. Choose Set Name Servers. And this one is already in the middle of a change, so we can't do that now. But that's the domain name, Learn Online Marketing Fast. Now I'm going to log out of that, go into my web host provider right now, and I will attach my domain to my cPanel. So let me do that quick. Okay, so now I'm logged into my web hosting provider. I'm going to click on right down here, look under domains. You should be logged into your cPanel. Now if you're on Bluehost or if you are on HostGator, it's going to look very similar to this. They use a cPanel system, and that's very similar. So you'll go down to domains, click on add-on domains, and then you need to type in your domain name. So that domain that you registered from GoDaddy or Namecheap, the same domain that you tied your web host name servers to, you now need to go back to your web host and put it into the domain under add-on domains and cPanel. So I'm going to do that now. learnonlinemarketingfast.com. Then I will scroll down here and go add domain, and you'll give it a moment to process that change. The add-on domain has been created. That's the positive thing you wanted to see. Perfect. And now once you've done that, you have now officially added your domain to your web hosting provider. So that is the first step you need to do, is get your domain, then get it attached to your web hosting provider. If you don't already have a web hosting provider, set that up. Once you've done these steps, you are now ready to continue with setting up your first info product. Now we're over here for video number 2. These are the technical videos that go along with lesson number 2, which is all about how to find your target market. And we talked about them through the PowerPoint slides, but I wanted to show you on the screen how you can go out there and find what kind of topics your target market is looking for. So I'm going to go out here to a website, a question site called Quora.com. That's Quora.com. Quora.com. So the next thing we need to do is type in up here, ask or search Quora. And you can set up an account at Quora.com as well if you don't already have one. And they're going to tell you some of the top stories that are coming up, or the bookmarks that we've done over here on the left side. But over here you can say ask or search Quora. So you can ignore the left-hand side, but look up here, ask or search Quora. So for this, I'm going to type in, like, let's pretend we're in the, child safety, or I'm in the leadership market for this product that I'm going to set up. So we're going with leadership, and let's say leadership. Okay, ask more details. So what are attributes of a good leader? There we go. And so you can start to type that in. Oh, should end with the question mark. There we go. Always end it with a question mark. And so then what we did there, so basically you could start with what are attributes of a good leader, what dog training methods would you recommend, what are the fastest way to lose weight. Think of the number one question your audience may be asking, and then what we're really looking for those. We're trying to get an idea of what people are actually looking for. So for example, the related questions on the right hand side, these are pure gold because it says stuff like what makes a good leader? What are the 4 greatest attributes of a leader? And these could all be article or content ideas that you can use to really generate more buzz for your information product and get traffic out there. Are good leaders good orators? Who is a good leader? What traits should leaders have? What are the best ways to be an effective leader? And then look at related questions. Do psychopaths make good leaders? Well, that's interesting. Can women be great leaders? What is the most important attribute of a successful leader? How do I become a leader? So these are questions that people are asking, which means they're going to want to know answers to these questions, which it gives you kind of a perspective of what kind of things your audience is really looking for. And so I can also type in like some additional questions related to it. And they always need more detail. So let's see, what leadership, let's go type that in under topic. So I just typed in leadership under topics, and then you can see just kind of what kind of things come up. So the topic FAQ, that's going to tell you some of the more frequently asked questions on this topic. Like, this is interesting. I typed in leadership, and then I typed topic FAQ. What is leadership? Can leadership be taught? What is the best book on self-development and leadership? How do I develop leadership skills? What initiatives, words, phrases, and actions promote a sense of leadership? Why is leadership important? Who should be a leader? And so these are questions that I could answer in my info product if you wanted to. So that's where the target market research comes in. And that's what I love about a website such as Quora.com, because they tell me what my audience is thinking. So I'm also going to type in the phrase, for example, I'm in the kids safety niche, keeping kids safe. What are some good ways of keeping kids safe? You click on that. Here are some related questions. What are ways to keep our children safe? What are some ways to keep children safe in and around cars? How do I keep kids safe from all stuff meant to be adult? How can I keep my kids safe when the nanny picks her up from school? What are some good ways to raise a kid? So again, you're getting into the mind of your customers. That's the idea here. And you're seeing what kind of questions are they having about your market. And I could type in, just click on child safety there and see what kind of questions are coming up, for child safety. Let's see, how do lead paints work? What is the weight limit on a latch? So these are kind of questions that you might say, oh, I never thought people would want to know answers to these questions. So that's where Quora can come into play. Answers.yahoo.com is the other website that I want to encourage you to check out, because I do think there's some value in it also. So we're doing a product about leadership. And notice this one's a little bit easier. If I start typing in leadership, what does leadership mean to you? What are good leadership quotes? What is a catchy title? So let's say leadership skills. How to gain leadership skills. That's going to give you an idea of questions, more questions people are asking. And again, on the right-hand side, related questions. What are the best ways to gain? How can I gain leadership skills? How can I gain strong leadership skills? And then they're going to show you additional answer questions, what's trending, and you can start to get the idea of, just how powerful this research tool is as well. Like I'm going to type in child safety. What is the best child safety gun lock on the market? That's a question people are asking. So if you're in the child safety niche, that would give me the idea that maybe I should do an article about that, a video, maybe I should create content, maybe I should base a whole chapter of my child safety book or ebook or video course about that topic. And so using Yahoo Answers gives you kind of a step in the right direction of knowing what your market wants. Another great way to do this is Amazon.com. And they're really powerful look inside features. So they have a really powerful look inside feature. And we're trying to get into the mind of our customers and also see, what else is out there that's selling well that people want to know. So that's where I'm going to plug this in, and I'm going to put into Amazon. Let's just find a book. And what's really good for these topics are the dummies books. So we'll just type in the word dummies and then leadership. Let's see what comes up. Leadership for Dummies. Notice that pops up. And we're looking for this little icon to show up. If you don't see it on the book you're looking at, the look inside icon, then you need to find a different book to check out. But you notice that look inside. I just typed in dummies in my main topic. So I could type in dummies and then leadership, dummy, and that's going to bring up the dummies books, right? So dummies leadership. We could type in, for example, let's say we are in the golf niche as another example. Golf for Dummies, same idea right here, right? Same idea. So Leadership for Dummies, they've got the look inside feature, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And now let's go in, and you can actually scroll through till you get to the table of contents. Just scroll down here using the look inside feature, and let's look at the table of content. What it takes to be a leader. Leadership is a process, the art of leadership, leadership in everyday life. And you could also do a couple of things here. You go over to Quora.com, and as I type in what it takes to be a leader, I could go to Quora and ask that question. And then I could look, while I've asked that question, I could say related questions. How can I take over as a new class leader? What does it take to be a successful leader? So it brings up some additional questions. It brings up additional questions that then you could answer inside your info product training. And so each one of these parts or chapters that you see here, like leadership and vision, what's a vision, developing the vision, team building, these are all going to give you ideas of these are topics that I should include in my info product. So these are potential PowerPoint slide decks. Now, am I saying you need to go in here and copy word for word what they're using? Absolutely not. But I do think these are going to give you a really solid outline for your product, and that's why you want to do this target market research before video lesson number 3, which is all about your product outline and creating that. So that's where this research comes into play. So utilize the dummies books and the look inside feature to really get a glimpse into, what kind of content is selling out there in Amazon, and they've done their good market research, so you may as well piggyback off of that. The next thing is YouTube suggested search. YouTube suggested search. Let's go ahead and plug that in, and let's type in right here, leadership. Notice when I just typed in leadership, you guys start to see some suggestions that come up. Leadership training, leadership skills, and I could expand on these topics as well. So let's go to leadership styles. Leadership styles through movie scenes, leadership styles in management, leadership styles examples, and then you can get an idea. So leadership style examples. And that gives you the idea that, okay, so people want to see some leadership styles and leadership style examples. Let's see, leadership styles in management. And then you can expand that. I'm typing in leadership skills. Now we've got leadership skills for students, for managers, leadership skills training. And then that's going to give you an idea of additional keywords you could target, based on your niche market, just to get some ideas of what people want to know. You can do the exact same thing over on Bing search as well on the right-hand side. So I'm going to go over here to Bing and do a quick search for leadership training. Let's see, leadership training 101. Let's see on the right-hand side. Oh, they've kind of removed. We don't see that feature. So let's go here to Google actually. There it is. So I type in leadership training and you guys can start to see additional ideas that pop up here. And if I type in leadership training activities, like I expand on that, they're going to tell me leadership training activities for teens is a hot topic, for adults, for kids, for students, for managers. So that can give you an idea for your product if you think it's going to resonate with your market. If you added a chapter about leadership for teens, you could actually throw that in as well if you chose to do so. And then finally, you can use the Google suggested search as well. So we will go here, leadership training, and they're going to give me some suggested search options there. Leadership skills list, so that might make a really good bonus, and you could say, as a bonus to this product, I'm going to create a list of the top 10 leadership skills that every great leader has. So you could do that as well. So that is how you find your target market and really zero in on what they want. Make sure you watch the official training, the video lesson that kind of ties it together for you, but then this lesson is going to help you be able to take it to the next level and apply what you just learned. This video goes along with lesson number 6 about setting up your bonuses, and I wanted to show you the step-by-step process I go through on Google to locate high-quality private label rights products and content related to my offer. And as you recall from that video lesson, I went into detail teaching you how to go about getting how to go about finding private label rights products, and the importance of having a good bonus package and a really good bonus offer. So I'm going to type in here we're looking for private label rights content, which is content you can rebrand, repurpose, and resell. So I'm going to go in the leadership space, and I'm going to type in leadership PLR content. And then that's going to bring up a couple different websites here. So here's one, buyqualityplr.com, and they bring up an article, 10 quality leadership articles. So you could take these articles and use those in like one ebook, and those could become a bonus for your info product. You can go out here to the PLR Product Center and use those. This looks like 100 PLR articles. And notice here, even by doing this research, even these article headlines are valuable content that you could actually end up using if you wanted. And so for $5.99, you can have 100 articles that might help you as you go about creating your info product. But most importantly, you can leverage these into really high quality bonuses, or you could record short videos with them. There's a lot of different things that you can do here. And the next thing, leadership PLR articles. So we've got leadership PLR content. Let's look for an ebook. Here's one, toolsformotivation.com. They have a good one. It's a done for you product, private special offer. And for $17, you guys can get access to a really high quality leadership training program as well. So again, just utilizing Google, you're typing in the name of your niche market and then the word PLR or private label rights behind it. See what kind of material you come up with. And again, I'm just going to type in leadership PLR now just to see. And you're going to see a lot of different results. There's thousands of them out there in products that you can actually start to include as bonuses to your info product to really build up your product package. This is video lesson number 8. This video lesson goes along with video number 8. And in this video lesson, I'm going to show you the 3 different places that I go to create high quality product graphics. Now we talked about them in the video 8 lesson itself, but this just goes along with that to help you visualize as you create these graphics. So first things first, let me show you one of my favorite tools out there that is free, and that is Canva.com. Canva.com. So over here on Canva, you're just going to log in. It's a new service. It's free to create your account, and there are upgrade opportunities, but the free version is going to be all you need for now. So we're just going to log in up here, and we're going to find one of these. We're just going to create just a real basic product graphic here for our info product. So I just clicked on the e-cover option there. So we'll go ahead and click on that. There's the free version. There we go. You got to look for that free in the left-hand corner. And let's go over here, kind of fix some of the colors there. And then we can type in, type in our information. So let's just call it step by step process for being a better leader. And then over here, we're going to put in the name of our product. So I'm going to put in leadership counts, so the name of my info product. And then you could plug in your name here. So your name would go right here for that product. And then now we can go ahead and click on download. Download if you're ready. You can also add some different elements to it as well. So we could upload, upload kind of our own images if we have them. So let's just go to pictures, and let's just throw my picture up there for this sake. And if you have a better picture like mountain scene or anything like that, you could totally throw that in. Again, this is just showing you, now Canva has many different layouts. I just kind of grabbed one that I saw, and it's kind of easy to edit and work with. Now we're just going to come up here, click on download. File type, we're going to make this a JPEG. Then click on download. Now it's saving our design, and we have used Uzine to create a nice clean looking e-cover graphic that we can work with. Let's let that pull up here. There it is. So now that's ready to go. So we've created a cool little design there. Again, on the left hand side, you guys can come over here to some of the different options here, and we can go to Canva layouts. And if you see some that are free, like see here's some other ones that are free that show up, you could actually use those and actually go about using those if you chose to do that. And to create a design, you just go up here to create a design, and then you can choose what kind of design you want to do. Do you want it to be a social media post, a document, an ebook, some sort of marketing material? It gives you many different options and many different ideas that you can play with here as well. So that is canva.com. Then you can actually use this image to go to Pixel Studio FX, which I'll show you, or Canva, or many of the other services that are out there, and actually have a really clean looking template to start with. Uzine.com, this is one of my favorite tools to use. This is actually a paid solution, but Uzine.com is super, super powerful. So I'll show you how easy it is to work. You just go up here to New Designs, and you can choose which kind of design you want to make, what you want to make it for. But I also like to go over here to Templates, and I just choose Select a Template. And you can see here they're giving you thousands of templates to choose from. They don't have to be the book covers if you don't want them to be. I use really any kind of graphic that kind of jumps out at me, and it does a really good job. So I'm going to find one of these layouts that looks good, and let's just work with that one. So here's one. I'm just going to go here to use this one, and again, this one's paid, so that's why I showed you Canva, because Canva is free. So I wanted to give you a free and a paid version for you to check out and possibly use. This one looks really good actually. So I'm going to go here to leadership counts, go to save. And this is so you don't have to outsource your graphics. If you're somebody that wants to get creative, you can totally do that. So let's let that load up and go here to leadership, and then counts. Leadership counts. You could put content in there. I'm actually just going to leave that field kind of like that for now. And we'll put up here step-by-step guide to better leadership. Now what I love about Uzine is that it is super like, drag and drop, point and click. And I love the templates because myself, I'm not like a super creative person. I'm really creative when it comes to like, marketing strategies and ideas and things like that. But when it comes to having to sit down and stare at a blank screen and create a graphic, that is definitely not for me. And so that's why I have decided to use a tool like Uzine, because to me it's worth the one-time fee that I pay. It's super worth it. And even if I had to pay monthly for this tool, it's, I get that much use out of it. You guys are seeing how fast I'm creating a graphic for my product launches. So step-by-step guide to better leadership. Now we've got, leadership counts. Be a better leader. Cutting edge principles of being the best leader in your industry or job or career. All right, then we got that. Then right here you'd plug in your name or whoever you're creating this graphic for as well. So that is that. And then let's go ahead and choose download. Choose download. So now I've got my graphic here, leadership counts. Let me go over here to where I'm saving that. So internet marketing files. Let's go my products, leadership counts. Let's go graphics. So that's why I like this tool, because it kind of puts the creation of graphics in my hands without having to, without having to go in there and mess with anything else. So let's go here and check out that folder. Go to graphics. You guys can see here, there's a simple graphic that we just created. It looks super professional. Again, I was just using one of their templates. You can also insert like different graphics, different filters, all kinds of different, different possibilities there at your fingertips. Now, the other tool that I love using, another couple tools, is one called PixelStudioFX.net, Pixel Studio FX. And Pixel Studio FX is another paid program. They create your e-cover graphics as well. So you can log in here to Pixel Studio, show you step by step how to use that tool as well, and how it works really well for your info product success. And they also have Social Studio, which creates graphics as well. So we can come in here and you could create, an e-cover based on your graphic that you just created in Uzine. So you can kind of start with with the clean one, or you can go with one of their ready to go e-cover templates as well, which I like quite a bit. And so let's go ahead and pick this one here. Actually, I kind of like that one. So let's go here and then let's choose what kind of e-cover we want to make. Do we want to do like a big 3-ring binder to really jump out? Do we want to do an ebook? Let's go with the binder image for this. And they are also point and click, drag and drop, simple. And then super easy to resize. So for them, you just highlight where you want to change the font in the template. It's all template driven. And then you want to type in your word and then choose apply. Apply. And I need to resize that just a little bit, as you can see. Perfect, so that looks great. Now let's go here to where it says blogging and let's type in counts. That's the name of my product. I could also change, the color. If you wanted to go different colors, you can always, play around with that feature as well. So that centers it. And take your blog to the next level. Let's just change that step by step to being a better leader. All right, next thing, we'll just plug in your name here. This is how I create my e-covers for my launches. It does really well. So I'm not teaching you anything or asking you to do anything that I would not do in my business. All right, step by step to being a better leader. Then once that's ready to go, you just come up here with the eyeball up here to preview how it's going to look. Give it just a moment. There it is. Now we've got our e-cover. You could add a reflection, which is going to kind of re-render it a bit. That would put like a reflection down right below it. And then let's go ahead and choose download. Choose your format. And you could download with the background. I typically would download without the background. That way you can have full reign of how you use that product. And now we've got our e-cover graphics. I'm going to copy that right over to my folder here. And then hit paste. Then I'm going to choose extract on that, and then Pixel Studio, they've just created my graphics for me. See that? Now we have a clean, simple looking e-cover graphic, super professional looking, and it did not take me very much time at all. So that's how you use Pixel Studio FX. The next tool that I want to share with you for images is called Placeit.net. And in this image, it's another kind of creative way to kind of showcase what you have. So what I like to use this for is create a really cool little image in Uzine, or you can actually even use like your PowerPoint slides to create a really cool image as well and upload it in here. And so for Placeit.net, let's just go and choose one of these. So let's say the computer screen, and we want to display our content on a computer screen. I click on the one I want to go with, then I select upload image. And then I chose the one I just made for the leadership product. Then we'll choose crop, and this one is a free tool. They do ask that you pay more if you're going to be using larger graphics, but that to me looks super professional. Now I'm going to choose download, and it's really key that you choose small and then choose free. Small and free. And the reason you can go with the small and free option is because that's plenty big for me to take that and place it literally directly on my website, on my sales page, and it will look really, really clean. So that is the tool called Placeit.net, and it's super powerful, and I absolutely love that tool a lot. So these are some of my favorite graphic tools that you can use. Another great suggestion is to go into PowerPoint, and you can actually create PowerPoint slides. You play around with the different fonts, and then you can actually just go to File, Save As an Image. That's another way to make some pretty slick looking graphics, as well for your info products. And so there's many different options for you. I'm actually opening PowerPoint right now. I'm going to go here to blank presentation. And then let's go to the slideshow or design up here. And then let's choose, like one of these options. And then I could say, leadership counts. And then there you go. Now you've got your graphic image here. You could actually take this, save it as, so File, Save As, browse on your computer for where to place it. All right, so let's go, okay, internet marketing files and then my products. I'll put it in my graphics folder, and then we're going to save it as a JPEG, as an image. And then I go over here to graphics. We've got leadership right here. So notice that leadership count, step-by-step guide to better leadership. I can now take that PowerPoint image that I just made, go over here to placeit.net, and we can go over here to apparel or even print to really show people some stuff. And I could say, I want this guy here to advertise my product launch coming up, or this woman. And then we choose upload an image. She's going to now advertise leadership counts. We'll click on crop. Give it just a moment. It will superimpose that image onto this person. And there she is talking about your product launch. Now, how different, would your product launches be if if it looked like somebody else was wearing like, something related to your offer? So like this gentleman here, I just go to upload image, hit crop. Oh, I think I chose the wrong option. Oh, it made a video for me. No way. Okay, so that's a new feature as well. So this one just made a video, and there he is advertising your product launch. We'll go here to digital mock-ups, which will probably be better, for you. Or you can go to print. They have some really cool print displays, like a business card and those types of things. So I could come here and say, for example, drop my image right there. Upload your image, leadership counts. Hit crop on that. Notice it's processing the image. Give it just a moment. There it is, right there, leadership counts. And the reason I did this is not because, and you need to sign up for your account once you've downloaded a few. But again, the reason this is kind of cool is because it's different, right? So imagine if your info product was on a page and I created all this for free using PowerPoint and, used it, created this graphic for free with placeit.net. You just need to set up your account and you can download these images for free. But then if you want to get the higher definition versions, you can pay for it as well. You could also add text if you wanted to get really fancy. Once you download your image, you can do that. But notice I just took my PowerPoint graphic, which is free, and then placeit.net, which is free. So you don't need Usign. You could actually create really cool graphics in Canva, PowerPoint, and placeit.net. Those are all free options as well. So getting your product graphics is important. Of course, outsourcing on Fiverr, where you post your job out there or look for people that do e-cover graphics, that's also fantastic. So again, you just go out to fiverr.com. This is where I've also gone to find people to make and quickly create e-cover graphics for me. And so I come out here and say e-cover graphics or e-cover. And then these people will create, beautiful 3D e-cover designs. I've used these for my info products as well, with great success. So you can actually see some of the bundles they've made. They'll create a bundle offer of CD, DVD for $5 or $15. And, so you can really make your information product packages look really professional. So just go to Fiverr, type in e-covers, and that will also be another way you can get product graphics done very inexpensively and on the cheap. So let's take just a quick breather here, take a quick break in this little training here. See if there's any questions from you guys. Super cool. I love this, guys. Good stuff. Audio's good, loud and clear. Yeah, glad you guys are enjoying this. Lewis, I am from Paulsbo, Washington. Let's see, what is the difference between, okay, mentioned that. When you purchase PLR rights, can you use them over and over again, or is it just one-time use? So when you purchase PLR rights, Williams, it means you own the license rights to a product. That means you can sell the product over and over again. So, that's a really good strategy. So you can definitely do that. DropMock does the same thing. Good to know, Charlie. That's awesome. Good to know. And that's one of those things, you can add into your arsenal as well for your audience. And then James Landers said PicMonkey is another idea. PicMonkey. So that's another one you guys can use for your product graphics. James said this training is great. No joke. Thanks so much. You're welcome. When do I think the replay will be ready? I actually think this replay should be ready. I mean, I'm doing the editing of it, so we need to have at least one day. So hopefully tomorrow. It's got to be up pretty quick. I want to get it out there fast. So yeah. Website setup. So Steve, I'm going to cover that next. That's actually why we're taking a great, quick little break. And what we're doing here, guys, is these are little snippets. You guys saw I paused for 5 minutes and then I introduce it like saying, this video lesson goes along with video, or this video goes along with video lesson number 2. I'm going to show you, how to apply what you just learned in the PowerPoints. That's the idea of what we're doing here, to give you guys additional value and allow you guys to offer this training as a bonus. So you guys are going to get private label rights to these. You can take these downloads and download them individually, and this just made the product that much more valuable to people. Lewis, you're so welcome. He said, thanks for a great presentation. Susan, you're so awesome, Paul. Thanks so much for all this great information. You make it sound easy and totally doable. Awesome, Susan. I try to. Good design resources from Kim. You're welcome. And Steve, I am going to show you guys how to actually set up like your download page, how to create your JV page, and then how to work with OptimizePress. And I just needed to take a quick breather to get some water, and then we'll power through the next 30-40 minutes here and wrap it up. And then as far as for anybody that wants to know, if you want to know how to set up a PLR product from scratch, I actually have on my download page, I have a product called the PLR Profits Workshop, and you can actually go through those, and that'll show you how to set up this PLR product step by step. So that's on every one of your download pages. That's sitting right there. Yep, Steve, great input. Steve said, I encourage you guys to just do it. Don't take forever to decide. Just do one product for practice. Yep, exactly. It's a great strategy. Once you do one, the rest are super, super easy for you. So, and I'm literally setting up a product right now as I do this. I figure why not, right? So next thing we're going to do is do Amazon S3, just so you guys know the next plan of action. I'm going to show step by step lesson number 9, a video that goes along with lesson number 9, and then uploading to Amazon, then creating your download link, and then also uploading it to FileZilla. That way you can show your audience and how to upload your files to the server just like I do. Video number 10, lesson number 10, it's all about download pages. So I'm going to do a quick little training on creating a download page from scratch using Composer. Number 11 is going to be how to create your JV page. Video number 12, how to move your sales copy over to OptimizePress, lead pages, and basic WordPress if you choose to do that. And then video number 14, I will briefly show you how to add your product with your new download pages to JVZoo, to ClickBank, and to PayPal. So that way you guys know how to set up your info products, and that'll be how we close this out. So we've got quite a bit more training. A lot of these are just more step-by-step lessons, but I feel they really benefit you guys quite a bit. Daniel says, what's the difference between using FileZilla and File Manager in cPanel? So Daniel, there is no difference actually. It's, FileZilla is a little bit easier to access. That's just my opinion, instead of having to go log into your cPanel. And so, but you can definitely, if you have a large amount of files, like let's say you have about, I don't know, 50 50 video files or 20 plus files, then files or file manager like FTP is going to be way, way better. But if you have 1 or 2 files at a time, then the cPanel file manager is just as effective. It's going to work just fine for you. So yep, they're both very, very similar to get the job done. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get back to the training. Thanks for the encouraging words. Thanks for the feedback and comments. If you guys have more questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And again, I'm going to take a brief pause. I haven't gone anywhere. As long as you can see my screen there, it just means I'm pausing, so the editing is that much quicker, that much easier for everybody. This video goes along with lesson number 9, and we're going to show you step by step on screen how to upload your information product files to Amazon S3 and also through FileZilla, which is an FTP program. So first thing is, let me show you how to work with Amazon S3. And then at the end of this, I'm going to show you how to gather your download link so you know how to grab your download link so you can do the next process, which is to create your download page. So we just go over here to amazon.com/S3. So I'm going here to amazon.com/S3. Now I'm going to go to sign in to my S3 account. So give me just a moment to log in there. And we're going to look for, on the left-hand side of Amazon S3, it's going to say storage and then S3, storage and S3. So I'm going to click on that. Now I've got a lot of different buckets in here, but you can create a bucket. The bucket's going to, so you want to click on create bucket. That's going to be a folder. A bucket is a folder on Amazon S3. And then you're going to create your bucket name. So my bucket name is going to be Leadership Counts, because that's what's going in there. And then I'm going to select my region. Typically it's US standard, but you can adjust it later. That's not as important, but oftentimes just go with the US standard. And then choose create bucket, and then click in here. Now it was easy for me to log in because I already have an Amazon account. If you do not have an Amazon account, then you need to create an Amazon account and then go through this process. And again, what Amazon S3 is it is a service where you can deliver your product files. It's hosting for your information product files, like your ebooks, like your audio files, your video files, depending on what type of info product you have decided to create. That is what goes in there for you. So all you have to do now is go into upload. It's very self-explanatory. You choose add files, and so I'm going to go to my information product here, and notice I'm creating my product from a PLR product called Leadership Authority, and I'll just click on that, and then let's go to the mind map, let's say, and I'm just navigating to where the files are that I'm going to work with. So let's go here. All right, perfect. So now we've got our 3 files, and if you had your video files, those would go here as well. Then we just go up here to start upload. It will let these files upload. So notice it's going to give me the status here as they load up. And it's taking a slow time uploading. There we go. And notice as they load up, the files will show up here for us. So I'm not a big fan of having spaces in my file name, so I'm going to rename my file names here real quick. So I'm going to change this to Leadership Counts ebook, and then just click off of that. So again, if I want to adjust the file names, I just click on that, click on Action, Rename. Then you can click on that little check mark there if you want, and then we've got our mind map here. Excellent. Now, the next thing is, this is the most important step with Amazon S3 that I think a lot of people get stuck on, and you need to highlight all the files you're going to work with. You need to go to Actions and choose Make public. Actions make public. Then click on OK. It's going to tell me that these files are being made public. That means I can create a link that allows me to share these files on there. Amazon S3, for those that are wondering, Amazon S3 does charge, but they only charge for your usage. And so what I have found is that even when I've done larger product launches that have a lot of people downloading them, I'm typically not spending that much money. So you can do a very large product launch and maybe only spend, you know, $50 at that for a larger product launch. And so a lot of times if you're just starting out, you might only spend a couple dollars in the hosting. So it's not very expensive and it's very reasonable in my opinion. So once you've done that, once you've made the files public, you're going to click on the file you need a download link for and click on properties. So you want to click on that and then right click. So you can click on it and then, or actually right click on it within Amazon S3, or you can go to actions and choose properties, actions and choose properties. And then it's going to give you this link. You notice this link right here? This is now my Amazon S3 link. So I'm going to take this link here, copy this link address into my browser, and you can see here that it's now the PDF file that's ready to go. See that? So it's now my info product. It's all set up, ready to go. So there it is. Next thing that I like to do is I like to go down to create a notepad file or a Word document. Either one works just as well. And so I'm going to call this my download links. Download links. And this is the exact process that I go through. I know it's not real attractive, but I use TXT files for a lot of things in my business. Download links, then we're going to say ebook, main ebook. Then we'll go to the resource cheat sheet. And then we'll click on that link here. Right click, copy link address, paste that in there. Then we're going to go to the mind map. And again, I'm just clicking on that. When you click on it also, it will show up here. Or you can right click and choose properties. Or the other way to get to it is actions and property. So 3 different ways to get to it. You just need to get to the point where it says link, and that should be blue and highlighted so you can copy and paste that link. So there we go. That is how we grab our links on Amazon.com. All right, so the next part of the process here is to show you how to upload your files through FileZilla. So if you choose to go straight through your web host, that's perfectly fine, especially if you're just starting out. You don't have to use Amazon S3, and this, what I just covered, was the very basics of Amazon S3. So let me log out of that, and then I'm going to go over here to Google and do a quick search for FileZilla FTP client or FileZilla FTP, and it's going to be filezilla-project.org. And if you do not have it already installed on your computer, you just go here and you can click download that. What I love about FileZilla is that it works great on both a Mac and a PC, so you can totally use it on either one. So I've got my FileZilla loaded up here. And when you first start out with FileZilla, you're going to go log in and click on this little left icon that says Open Site Manager in the top left corner. And then you're going to go to New Site, New Site. Inside New Site, this is where you're going to plug in whatever your website is. So I'm going to say leadershipaccounts.training.com. If, you know, this was already one, let's pretend I didn't have one already, right? So your host name is going to be your domain or whatever domain your main URL is. And again, this information that I'm putting in right now, it's going to be provided by your web hosting provider. So whether that's HostGator, Bluehost, your own server, you know, those kind of things will be provided by them. So leadershipaccounts.training.com. And then file transfer protocol. This is really important for encryption level because typically you're going to run into issues. So only use plain FTP. They're going to say it's insecure, and that's fine. Don't freak out by that. Logon type is set to anonymous by default, but you want to set it typically to normal. Again, it's going to vary by your web host, but most of the time I use HostGator and Bluehost, and that gets me through. So just choose logon type as normal. The username and the password, again, is what was provided by your web hosting company. So you put that in and then choose OK or connect. OK or connect. And now that I've done that, I'm going to just go here to delete because I don't need that one because I already have it. Now that you've got it set up here, all you have to do is just choose that little drop-down menu and then open your URL. So that's what I'm going to do here is open that up. Let's go here to public HTML. And what I'm looking for now is the folder that I want to set this up in. So let's see here. So I'm going to find the folder. Typically it's going to be in the public HTML. Sometimes it won't be in there. So I found it's going to be found under public HTML, or it's going to be found in the main directory as you log into your web hosting server. The main thing to remember when you're using FileZilla is the right-hand side here. Those are the files on your computer. The left-hand side is going to, or excuse me, the right-hand side are the files on your web host. The left-hand side, these are all the files sitting on my computer. And so that's what that means, just so you are aware of that. And so I'm going to navigate on my computer to where my files are located that I want to upload. So I want to upload my ebook. So let me go over here. And there's my ebook. And then let's navigate here to this, Learn Online Marketing Fast. And if I wanted to create a folder to put it in, we could create a folder with kind of some random characters in it. DL568943. That way I know it's the download folder. And then you just go here and we can type in or upload that. So upload the file. Give it just a moment to load up all the way. It tells you the progress there. Once it's loaded, you could change the name. I typically like to change the name before I upload it. And again, take out those spaces. And we'll do one more example here. I'm going to find the mind map. I like that a lot. And let's just upload the JPEG version of that mind map. So now we've got these two links, and we want to take these links and link them onto our download page, just like we did with Amazon S3. And again, you don't have to do this step with FTP if you already uploaded your files with Amazon S3. So now we're going to go right-click on our file name, or go to our file name and highlight it. Then right-click and choose Copy URLs to Clipboard. Copy URLs to Clipboard. And there we go. Now I've copied and pasted it. Now what it did there is it creates some gobbledygook like FTP, and then it's going to show your folder. So it's the exact direct path on your server. All you want to do is strip off the front part and just go http://www.yourdomain. So Learn Online Marketing Fast, and then / the folder you put it in, and then your file name. And then again, just like we did with S3, you would call this like the main ebook, for example, or the mind map. Next thing we're going to do, go to the mind map, copy URL to clipboard, copy and paste that. You can hit Control-V, or you can right-click and choose paste as well. Right-click and choose paste. That also works just the same. And then let's go back over here. All right, that is perfect and ready to go. So now this is how you upload your files to your server. You can use FileZilla, or you can use Amazon S3, but at this step you need to get the files from your computer, your product files, your information product files from your computer to your web hosting company, so we can go on to the next step in the process. And for those that ask just now, I just saw that question, is there a replay? Yes, there is a replay. So there is a replay. Yep, and for those wondering too, this is a great suggestion. You could also do a hyphen instead of just the full name. or instead of a space between there. So you could always do a hyphen, like leadership-count if you wanted to as well. It's another idea. When you're naming your product files, it's just kind of a side tip. But yeah, I try to eliminate using the space key. That way it doesn't create a really weird looking link, that maybe doesn't get interpreted right in certain browsers. All right, let's go on to the next training here. So now we're going to go over how to set up our download page. This video will go along with lesson number 10, which is all about setting up your download page. And in order to set up your download page, there's a couple different resources you can use. The one we're going to focus on here, though, is composer.net. It is a free HTML editor, and to be quite honest, this is the exact one that I use for every single product launch that almost every product launch that I've been a part of. So you can just go to composer.net. That's composer with a K. And you can use this on a Mac or a PC. So it's very powerful and it's free. You just click on this, go to download Composer. It'll take you over to sourceforge.net and you can actually download. The download will start in just a few seconds after you do that. So that is Composer. That's Composer. So that's what you need to get set up. So I'm going to go over here to Composer on my computer. And I have it, installed on my machine. So I'm going to click down here and open it, or you can find it in where you find the rest of your product, your information to load up. All right, so Composer will be right on in there, and I have it saved to my desktop down here. That's why it took a moment to find it. So let that load up here, and this is how you use Composer once you have it downloaded. You install it just like any other program on your computer, and we'll give it just a moment to load up here. So we're going to create our download page, and if you think of Composer, you just got to realize that you're basically, what you're creating here is, you're basically just it's kind of like Microsoft Word in a sense, and so a lot of what you do is going to be very similar to Microsoft Word. Now, I personally keep my download pages extremely simple, and I think that works, and so I always start by just centering off, and then I just go down here and start off with congrats. Thank you for your purchase. So give them a thank you for your purchase of Leadership Counts. And then I highlight that font, go to format, and let's change this font, make it a little bit bigger, bold that, kind of make it jump out there. And then you will find your download links below. Please contact me at, and then you can put your support email at yourdomain.com. if you have questions. And you can change the font so it kind of is uniform. So go to format, font, and you can change the font at the very end too. And let's see here. Scroll on down here. Okay, you'll find your download links below. Please contact me if you have any questions. Now that's pretty basic, right? These are the kind of pages that I actually set up in my own business. So then I kind of separate it out and I'll call it your downloads. So your product downloads or your Leadership Counts downloads. download number 1. And actually we'll just call it, for example, main ebook. Download here. Let's go to bonus cheat sheet. Download here. And then mind map. Download here. Now again, I'm not trying to show you guys like the most attractive, most beautiful way to set up your download pages, but I have yet in my years online doing this, I've yet to have somebody say, boy, your download pages are ugly. I am not going to do business with you. So I personally, you don't need to have fancy download pages. You just need to deliver what they purchased, and that's going to be their number one criteria that they want to see. So that's super important. So where it says leadership counts downloads, I make sure that is bolded and that it jumps out and stands out at me. So let me do that. And you could make that a red font if you chose to do that. So leadership counts downloads. And then let's save this before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So I'm going to save it as. Now typically my page title, when it comes to my download pages, I'm just going to make that a dash. I'm going to keep it really simple there. So make that a dash. Click on OK. And then let's go to our products here, and this is leadership counts, leadership counts. And I'm going to go to, we'll just call this, create a folder called download page. And then as far as our product download page name, I'll go with something kind of generic. I don't like to use download.html because people will sometimes figure that out. So I'm just going to go with like DL543821. Just random numbers and letters. You can get away with that. Click on save. And then this is where you're going to link up your file. So you remember the text file links we got. So this is our main ebook link we got from Amazon S3. I'm going to click on that. Go over here to where it says download here. Simply go up to insert, choose insert link, and then right click and choose paste. That's right click and paste, and then click on OK. Click on OK. Bonus cheat sheet right there. Bonus mind map. So I'm going to go here, grab the cheat sheet right here. Is the cheat sheet link. Copy that link. Then I'm going to head right on over to Composer. That's where I'm at. Right click on that, go to insert link, throw that in there. Then I'm going to go grab my final link, my mind map link. That will go right here, insert link, click on OK. So now what we've done is we have started to create our download page. Now another thing, and I did not spell leadership right, so let me fix that. So this is when you do your reviews phase. Leadership counts download. And I could even say give them ownership, your leadership counts downloads. Then let's make this linkable. So I'm going to highlight that as well. Go to insert link. And this is going to be an email account. So you can actually link that to your support desk if you chose to do that. Or you can just link it, just keep it as is there to just an email account. That way people can copy and paste that or just make that bold as well. It's another thing you can do. And so let's clean that up a bit. All right, next thing you go, I like to use a support desk myself, so you could actually throw it or a support desk link there. That way bots aren't coming in and swiping our links. And then you can choose link is open in a new window, and that's okay. And then this is where you could say your unadvertised bonuses, and you could actually include additional freebies, like bonus downloads, affiliate links, affiliate banners to related products. Those types of things would go here. And then you always close it off with support. Put in your support link again. As you guys can see here, we kept that super simple, super clean, and then you could always add in your own picture if you wanted to do that as well. And to add a picture, you just go to Insert, and then you go Insert Image, and then put in your image there if you wanted to. Let's finish cleaning that page up. Insert link, your domain. And then if you want to have a copyright for your files, you can put it there. Copyright your business name, 2017. Copyright 2017, your business name. Now what we've done here is we've created a very basic download page link. Super simple to do, and we're ready to go. So now I could actually space it down just a little bit so it's not sitting there right at the top. I'm going to save on that, and then this is where I'm going to open up FileZilla, because you are going to want to have FileZilla in my opinion, because it allows you to get like your HTML files, because you're not going to want to host those with Amazon. You're going to want to have those be actual website links. So I'm going to go into my server again, Learn Online Marketing Fast. I'm going to go to my downloads folder, and then I'm going to simply go over here to my product download page, and then click on download. Now I just simply right click, copy URL to clipboard. We're going to paste this into our text file here that we've kind of been creating. Create our HTTP. Now we got our link. So now let me copy and paste this link into my browser, make sure it's going to work. And it should show up here. There it goes. Now we can even test out our download links as well. Notice they're working. It goes where it should go. And now you've got your download page ready. So our download page is ready because that's going to be important when we get to the point of setting up our info products. That's how you set up a very simple download page using Composer. All right, good questions, guys. I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and then I will proceed with the training as well. So the next thing, James was saying, yeah, always use a hyphen. He was saying simpler is much better for download pages. That's all we care about. Totally right. Yep, exactly. Simple download pages are effective. Let people find what they purchased. Actually, I've seen some where they're like so fancy you can't even find what you purchased. It drives me nuts. So that's why I always say keep it simple. Nobody cares how fancy the download page is. They care about what they bought. Johan says, how do you make sure the search engines won't pick up the download pages? You can actually put in a robots.txt file if you want to get fancy, and then put like meta no index. I don't do that with my pages. I mean, again, we keep it pretty simple, and I find that using the sequence, people aren't they're always going to rip you off your info products as well. It happens. It's one of those things that just happens in this space. So I haven't worried too much about it. You can definitely put some measures in place though, like do the robots.txt to kind of protect and block your download pages. Another thing you can do, this is a more advanced strategy that I've started doing some of, is using members areas. So you can use a member, you could use wish list, you could use optimized press. So there's a number of tools like that that you could tap into and begin to leverage if you wanted to also. So great question, Johans. But yeah, those are just some simple strategies, but I typically find this way works pretty well, especially for just starting out. And that's why I didn't go into that. That's more of an advanced level training. It's the index no follow. And yeah, you can also password protect the directory, Daniel, inside your cPanel. And again, I'm not teaching that in this because the title of this course is Your First Info Product. And it's really designed at the very grassroots newbie level, like, let's get your first info product out, and that's the allure of this product, and then, as people advance, they can add in components like, let's put it into a membership site, let's add it to optimized press protected area, let's, protect our password protect and send the email. So those are all things you guys can totally do. Yep. Yeah, you can also do it within WordPress. So like James Landers was saying, in WordPress, you could install Yoast and then click no index, no follow from that page. So you could also do exactly what I did with the download page here inside of WordPress if you really wanted to as well. I just happen to stick with Composer because I like it and it works really well and it's free. So the next thing we're going to cover is the video, the training that goes along with lesson number 12, which is moving your sales copy. So we'll cover how to take your ready to go sales copy and how to put it into OptimizePress and then how to put it into lead pages. So bear with me just a moment while I get that set up and ready to go for you. So I'm just going to log into the services that I will be using here. So that way there's no hiccups during the training as well. Yeah, subdomain could totally be used actually, Alan. You could actually set up your, call it like downloads, downloads dot, then your domain, and then, but I would still put in the, the funny characters or the random letters and numbers, maybe not for your subdomain itself, but for whatever folder you put them in. That way it's not as easy for somebody to decide to hack, but you totally could do that. It's a great, great suggestion. All right, so we're just getting these loaded up. Great question from Alan there. All right, and looks like I'm in on my lead pages. Perfect. Okay, outstanding. Okay, so we're going to use lead pages and then basic WordPress as well in order to get this set up. All right, thanks for bearing with me here, guys. I just need to make sure, I want to make sure the recording you guys get is super clean, so that's why I'm just getting it set up so I'm not fumbling around. What you guys are watching is technically, I'm creating the bonus, but technically I could be creating a product this way as well. I'm using usually I use Camtasia, but I'm actually using here the GoToWebinar, which actually is super clean recording. So I like it. Records it in 1020p. So GoToWebinar will auto record it. You could also use Zoom if you do some live sessions. They record their screen, and then I use Camtasia though for a lot of my trainings as well. But I personally kind of enjoy, I enjoy using the this one. So yep, there is a replay. Somebody else asked that question, and there will be. Yep, no problem, Daniel. All right, so we're all set there, and then I'm just going to grab my sales copy here that I'm playing with, and then that way I can insert that into the copy here. So it takes just a moment to get all that stuff set up and synced up. All right, perfect. Now we are ready to go. All right, you guys should be seeing my screen and we'll be off to the races here. So I'm going to pause for 5 seconds. We're going to talk about moving our sales copy from what we have into OptimizePress, then into Leadpages, then into basic WordPress. This video will go along with lesson number 12 of creating your first info product. And in this video lesson, I'm going to teach you step by step how to move your sales copy. So how to move the sales copy that you wrote in one of the previous lessons, how to move that copy into OptimizePress, Leadpages, or a basic WordPress site. So that way you can start to sell your info product online. So the first thing is we're going to show you how to move it over to OptimizePress. Now I have an example of some good quality sales copy here, and we're going to use this copy to get it into our, into OptimizePress or Leadpages in the tool that we're going to use. So let me first open that up. So now we've got our copy here. Your copy may be in a Word document. It might be in a TextPad file. So it's up to you how you wrote that sales copy depending on how you applied the lesson. So let me pull this up. I'm now in WordPress. Now I'm using a tool called OptimizePress for this step. I love OptimizePress. I'm actually a big fan of theirs, and I encourage people, to use them. I really love their software, and it's, the pricing changes here and there. It's $197, allows you to use 10 websites, $97 for your first 3 websites, but you can build unlimited pages with it, so it's going to be ample room for you. And what a lot of people do is they just have one license, and then they actually create a lot of different sub pages under that same domain. So you kind of create a hierarchy brand for your company and then use that. So you can totally use OptimizePress, in that way. So let's just go over here to where it says OptimizePress and then go to create new page, And for this, we're going to choose one of the templates here. So they've got several templates come preloaded, and we can choose the template we want to work with. Now I personally like OptimizePress, and the reason I like them is because they give you some templates to kind of start with, so you're not kind of left hanging and kind of on your own. So let's go with use this template, and then I'm going to name my page. So I'm going to call this product right here Leadership Counts, and they automatically in my permalink create that, and go to create your page. And now you notice our page is ready to go. So this is the template. So now we're kind of moving our content from our computer right on into OptimizePress, or excuse me, from the copy we wrote right into the OptimizePress software. So notice up here it says your logo, so we're going to need to change that first. That's under page settings or possibly layout settings. It's going to vary. So whenever I launch a product too, I always go into at the page settings and SEO options, and the title tag is going to be the name of your product and the keyword you're trying to go after. So let's say leadership training, leadership counts. Discover how to be a better leader in your market. Another thing I love about this software is OptimizePress automatically will let you put in the Facebook title and the Facebook description, because nothing's more frustrating than putting your link on Facebook and then finding out that the description and the title are all messed up. So, if you want this to be shared on Facebook, this is what it's going to look. And then you're going to go to Facebook image, and you're going to choose the image that you want to end up using. So I could actually go in here, select my image from my computer here, which let me grab that. And I'm going to say, this leadership counts image. So that means this image is what's going to display when whenever I post my Facebook, Facebook posting on there. And then we need to go down here and choose insert into post. That's perfect. And then we will go to update. Update. And then go out here to layout settings. Header, we'll turn that off. Footer area, I will turn that off as well. Then click on update. And that should clear out that title. There we go. And then after you make any change inside OptimizePress, I'm always cautious about hitting save and continue, save and continue. To me, that's really important. So now that we've made a couple of tweaks there, what I always do too, it's kind of a paranoid thing, but this is just how I am. I go to save and close over here in OptimizePress, and then I'm going to go to where it says pages, so pages, and then I'm going to look for the page I'm working with, so leadership counts, and then I'm going to click in here, and we want to go to publish. We want to make sure that this page is getting published so we can actually review it and see the changes going live. So make sure you go there, click on publish, and then choose live editor launch now. Live editor launch now. And that did not work as planned, so let me go back here. And this is another surefire way, if you run into any hiccups with OptimizePress, go to pages, all pages, browse for the content you're working with, go to right here and then choose live editor from here. Live editor from here should give us the ability to edit this page now, and it does. Perfect. So notice how they've already got our headline field in there, they've got our sub headline, and then any other elements that they want to include, they've got that right here under add element. Now I'm not going to do the entire sales page just because it's going to get kind of labor intensive for you, but you guys are going to get the idea. So I wanted to show you how to use this. Then we'll do something similar with lead pages, and then something similar with WordPress as well, so you guys can see how that process works. So OptimizePress is the new way to create high converting lead pages. So let's just copy and paste or hit that little icon right here, right above it. This is the little edit tool, and you guys can grab that. And then let's go over here to our sales copy. So discover how to inspire your team, become an influential leader, and make extraordinary things happen. So I'm going to copy that. Now, what I like to do personally is take the copy that I'm working with, and I like to copy it first into a notepad file so that way it's clean. And then I hit Control X or Control C. Control C is copy, Control V is going to be paste, and it's going to work that way. So the next thing you can do, and again, OptimizePress, it's one of those tools that's similar to Beaver Builder, there's Profit Builder, there's many other tools on the market like WordPress plugins as well. OptimizePress just happens to be one of the more recognized ones that's been around on the market a little while. So discover how to inspire your team, become an influential leader, make extraordinary things happen. If you decide like let's say I want to highlight make extraordinary, make that stand out, we could come over here and let's say we want to make that jump out as like a dark red color. Then you can do that, click on insert, there you go, discover how to inspire your team, become an influential leader, make extraordinary things happen. So I'm going to go save and continue. And again, after I do any section or even a larger section, I will copy and paste just to make sure it all comes through correctly. And then click on view public link here, view public link, and you guys will see there that our page is now starting to come together really nicely. Discover how to inspire your team, become an influential leader, and make extraordinary things happen. And you may or may not have a sales video here, so at this point, you could come over here and we can actually delete that. So we don't need this section here unless you think you're going to need a video sales letter. If you are, you would just click on edit, and then you would put in your embed code. So whether it's Vimeo, whether that sales video is being served from YouTube, you could throw that in there. If it's YouTube, it's super easy. You just actually put YouTube and put your YouTube link right there, and then it's able to be played and displayed. So, but right here, I don't actually need these, so I'm just going to click on that row and cancel it. Another cool thing right here, they've got these little dividers in here. So if you ever want to like separate your copy out, you can go to add element and then scroll up here and just click on, type in the word divider. divider, and they're going to give you several different divider options, and so that means it kind of separates your copy out a little bit, and I find it to be pretty pretty powerful. You can search through all the elements they have. They have 2-column text, arrows, the audio player, the bullet blocks, content toggle, course description. So they give you a lot of different options here that we're going through. So a lot of different things to work through. All right, and that's how that works. So that's the inside of OptimizePress. So you know how that's going to function. So let's go back over here, grab a little more of the sales copy just so you can see, like, this is the subheadline. This is the subheadline. I'm going to click on that, paste that right in here. And there's my little subheadline. So I'm just going to click on the simple edit button. And I like to go to text here because it's just easier for me to paste it all in there. And let's just do that. Or visual. You can go right here to the visual section and just hit Control V to paste it in there. And there it goes. So save and continue. You'll notice that this sales copy up here, it had the one that I wrote, had a nice little subheadline at the top. Attention entrepreneurs and anyone wanting to lead to win. Copy that. So let's kind of make that jump out. So let's call that, let's say here, that's going to be like a little, could do a variety of things here. Let's say it's a feature box or it's a headline. Let's call it a headline here, but it's going to be a smaller headline. So, and let's make it a headline with a little line below it. Then I'm going to just simply, paste this in there. So I'm going to go here, paste it into my text file. And the reason I'm doing that again is to clean it out. So that way there's no issues when I copy and paste. And let's make that kind of italics. And then I want to make sure I adjust the size here or the style of it. Or actually the tag. So instead of it being an H2 tag, I want to make that like an H4 tag because that's going to make it a lot smaller than an H2 tag. And again, it's all about playing with it. And so notice, like, that looks pretty cool. Now this is my favorite part of OptimizePress. It's drag and drop. Drag and drop. I'm going to take that and just drag and drop it in there. Now the reason I don't necessarily write my sales copy here in OptimizePress, you're probably going, well, boy, this is labor intensive. But the reason I do that is because if I were to just copy and paste, directly in, or just like, write my sales copy, what if your copy, there was something wrong with your copy or you didn't have it saved somewhere else? So I like to write it out first and then copy and paste. And you can always outsource this part too, outsource somebody putting this together. And I would say that looks really clean so far. Wouldn't you agree? So it's got to look super clean. We've got right there, boom, 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 and then you can compare it to this. It already looks a lot cleaner and it's simple. Now this next field, this is going to be a text field. So it's going to be a text field. And so this again is where I'm going to copy this text. And I'm going to go right on over here and notice it kind of adds in that spacing there, which I don't want. So each one of these line breaks is now becoming a space. All right, so let's copy that. Then let's go over here to leadership training. And this is a section that we don't necessarily need in our training. So let's go here to that section right here. So this section right here we're not going to need. So let me go in here and just click X on that to clear that out. Let's see. And then let's go over here to edit that. That's a text field. And we're going to just paste that in and then click on Insert. Insert. And notice it said from your name. So I'm going to change that and make that bold so it jumps out. Now this is where it's super powerful too. Watch this. So from Paul Counts. And then let's say I want to include my picture there so it really jumps out at people. Add media. So all you have to do is go to Add Media. And then I'm going to go to Upload Files, Select Files. Let me go to my folder where my picture is. So this is my small headshot. Click on Insert into Post. There's my image. So now it kind of offsets it a little bit. And you can choose how my image is going to appear for people. So if you make it centered, it doesn't look so good. So I like to do it align left. That way it kind of jumps out. And then we'll insert that. And now you can see we've spiced it up by adding a nice little image there for that. And then I could also come over here and go, edit. So let's edit this image again. And the full size, maybe it's a little bit too big. So let's make it like a thumbnail size and then click on update and then click insert and see how that looks. That looks a little bit cleaner for me. So then I'm going to go save and continue. And then let's go back here, refresh our changes. Right there. So now this page is starting to come together. And again, I don't need this section of it, so I'm just going to delete that. Click on OK. I like how it segues down to this one. And we actually don't need that one because we took that out. And then this headline here, you could pull something else. The instant results are amazing. Whatever headline you want to throw in here, copy and paste. So you just work on down your copy till you get to the bottom. And then you're going to add in your link, your product image link. And at any point, if you want to customize this, that's the thing I love about OptimizePress is you have free reign. So if you want to add a new row, you simply go right here to where it says add a new row, choose if you want it to be 2 columns or 3 columns or 1 column, and then you just simply click on the 1 column row. You go down there, then you start adding your elements to that row. You could throw in, recent Facebook posts. You could do all kinds of things here. I mean, there's just loads of things you can add to this. You can edit the row as well. So you could say the row background color, you could actually make that be, let's just say we want to make it like I don't know, a greenish color. There it goes. And then our row background color in, let's make it the exact same color. Choose update. And now save that. And that's just to give you guys an example here. But when I come back here and hit refresh, notice how that's going to jump out at you, right? This row that I made green. Whoop, refresh that. Whoop, that did not save for whatever reason. Okay, so now you could add an element to that row if you really wanted to. So let's come in here and say, let's add a headline and make it subheadline. So this is a test. Then hit insert, and then you could always change that text to be a different color. So you can come up here, text color, make it white. Go insert on that one more time. So this is a test. Save that. For some reason that is not saving. There it is. It saved it there. So there you guys can see here, that's a little way to make that offset. You can always add in like spacing. So if the spacing's not right, like, for example, I don't like the spacing in there. So I would go up here and look for spacing. So I'm just going to type in spacing. And then let's make that 15 pixels high. And then I've got a little spacer there. Let's duplicate that. Go up there, hit save and continue. And so it's all about like just kind of positioning it on the page. And again, I love using this tool because you don't have to be a graphic design editor. Notice that little tweak really enhance the page, kind of separate your content, doesn't make it as monotonous to read. That's why I recommend using something like, something like an OptimizePress, for example. So OptimizePress, it's one way to do it. Leadpages is another way. So Leadpages is another tool. It's a monthly cost. OptimizePress is a one-time cost. And, Leadpages cost about $67 a month. It's a pretty powerful program. So you can go up here to where it says create new page when you log in, create new page when you log in. And then they've got several templates that you can go with. They've got what's called the drag and drop templates, which I like because that gives you a little more flexibility there. These are like, opt-in pages. We want to look for the type of pages. So you've got a sales page right here. So that's what we're going to look for, is a drag and drop sales page. So let's see, parent blog, sales page, free report. Let's see here. Let's find a template that we like. And they also have a bunch of other like standard templates. Drag and drop, is really going to be the pages where you can add different elements to it, or you can go with, what's pretty much already there. So for example, this is an easy ebook sales page, so we'll go there. And then this is where I'm going to copy and paste right here. So discover how to inspire your team, become an influential leader. So there we go. Same exact process of copying and pasting, same exact steps. And then you could center that if it will allow you. Let's see here if it will. Nope, it's not allowing us to center that content. So edit right here. Yep, they don't really you're kind of limited sometimes with OptimizePress, to kind of be a bummer, So if there's any elements you don't want to have show up, you can actually click on that. And that's why the drag and drop templates are sometimes the better ones to go with as well. So those ones you can add elements, kind of like you're using OptimizePress. Gives you a little more flexibility there. And so, those are just some things to keep in mind for you also. Again, I'm just going to paste that in there. This is my image here, so let me go here and go to upload a new picture. And I'm going to upload the picture that I worked with recently. So leadership counts, let's upload that image. And it's uploading it at the moment, so give it just a second. Click on done, and then there's our training there. And then I'll go back over here, we'll copy and paste this in right here. And then after you make your change, click on done. Then save. Page name, we'll call it leadership counts. Click on done there. Publish that page, click on OK. Oh, it's not letting me save it till I do my lead box integration. So let's go down over here to the lead boxes over there. All right, so you have to set up the lead box integration with your within your lead box account. So that's going to be found under the left-hand side up here at the top, inside your customer account there, excuse me. So lead boxes, that's where you actually would create, the certain lead boxes where you're going to put in your Aweber, your integration there. So those are kind of things you need to do within lead pages in order to do it. But the principles are pretty much copy and paste like we did within OptimizePress. So gives you the idea. OptimizePress is definitely going to be the one you're going to want to focus a lot on. Now this one is super easy. This next one, it's free. The other two cost money. So you can actually use WordPress and you just go in to create a new page inside WordPress. And then there's a plugin that you can get called WP Sales Copy, WP Sales Copy, and it will actually allow you to, kind of create sales copy similar to, what we have, similar to what you're going to see on an actual sales page. So let's just go to publish that. So notice it kind of, what it does is it strips that out. So you're going to go, WP Sales Copy is the plugin you're going to want to get. And then you need to go to template, and then you can choose the default template, full width template, or you could go at WP Sales Copy, either one. But you want to go with the template that doesn't have your sidebar on it. That's the most important thing for you to keep in mind. So you want to make sure you're using that template when you're adding in your content. So I'm going to come over here and grab this material here. So I'm just going to copy and paste this stuff all here. You could put it into text file, or we could copy and paste it into here, into the visual section. So we've got this headline, and then the font size or the style. You could go to the heading here, so that's going to make that become your headline. You want this to be your subheadline, so let's center that one up, and let's make that heading 3, so it's just a little bit smaller, but a little different font. And then you can bold that content right there. So again, we're just copying and pasting. It's called WP Sales Copy plugin. And then you can come down here. Notice that if we want to make that center up, we could do that totally and make that centered. And again, you're just copying and pasting the material as you go through the process. So that's how you kind of clean up and add your sales copy to the page. And let's see how it looks here. So click on that. And so you can see here it's starting to come together. Now you're going to want to kind of modify some of the font in here because it's going to pull from the default areas. So let's go to Arial font there, see if that changes anything. And then you could also do this on just a standard. You don't have to use WP Sales Copy. You can do it on a basic, WordPress install as well. So notice that, we made the tweak there, and it kind of centers it out for us, makes it a little bit bigger. And you can see it's now mobile responsive as well, kind of like with your themes. That's one of the ways you can actually work with it. You can add in images here, do things to kind of give it that, sales copy flair. But for me personally, I'm going to stick with OptimizePress as my choice. That's what I use. But if you want to play around with lead pages, if you want to play around with WordPress, you definitely can. So I wanted to show you guys those as options. You could also use Composer for also kind of creating a clean looking sales page. But to get the cleanest look, it's either going to be lead pages or OptimizePress for those that aren't design intensive people. Daniel Varndy says, WP Sales Letter. I love it. WP Sales Letter, it's another one. Great suggestion, WP Sales Letter. Perfect. And I know Jim Lander's on this call. He also is a WordPress expert. I wonder if he has any suggestions on that too. WP Sales Letter. Perfect. All right, so we're going to do the last part of the process here. So the last part is to, yeah, it's called WP Sales Copy. It's one, I have it installed there. Now I wonder, oh, that might be the plugin that I actually have the rights to sell. If it is, I will include that. Now that I think of it. Yeah, WP Sales Letter is going to be your better option. Okay, Susan says she's been using WP Enlighten, but it doesn't know if it's available anymore. Let me edit into that video. So this is great. We're creating our product from scratch here. So let me go to wordpress.org and we'll find the plugin that it was called. Let's see, sales copy. That one's not showing up for some reason. Interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at sales pages, Jim. Landing pages, car sales page. Oh, okay, there we go. Landing page. Okay. Yep. Landing page, page builder. Perfect. Oh, wow. Prost Tyler theme is a cheaper alternative to Optimize Press 2. Interesting. Okay. Did not know about that one either. Good to know. All right, so let me show up. I'm going to just edit into that video then. I'll take a 5-second pause and then jump into it. I want to give you guys a couple of additional tools you guys can use to find landing page creators that integrate with WordPress. So you can actually go to the wordpress.org and then click on plugins and do a search for sales pages. And you can see some options like here's a landing page builder. Here's another one called Page Builder itself. And then you could also go to landing page and see what comes up. So there's going to be some different landing page builders that will also pop up for you. Then there's an alternative here to alternative to Optimize Press that you guys could check out as another option called ProStylerTheme.com. ProStylerTheme.com. And this is another WordPress theme that will actually allow you to create some pretty basic drag and drop WordPress. So it's pretty powerful actually. ProStyler Theme is another one. Drag and drop. Looks like it's got all the elements you would need. So that's called ProStyler Theme as well. ProStyler Theme, another really good option for you to check out. And then the third one that somebody recommended as well is landingpagemonkey.com. Landing Page Monkey. It's another one. It's a one-time fee, kind of like Optimize Press, and it works really, really well. So that's Landing Page Monkey, and this is another great one for creating high-quality landing pages for yourself. All right, guys, that was awesome. I still have one more video to do, so I'm going to edit that into video 12 just to show them those options. So the one thing I want to mention to all you PLR sellers out there, those that have the license, you guys can actually take, like Susan, you recommended Landing Page Monkey. You guys can create a resource file or a link below these videos that says, hey, I recommend you use Lead Pages. Here's a link to it. I recommend you use Optimize Press. I recommend you use the ProStyler theme. And you can throw the links in there for your affiliate product. So it works super awesome. InstaBuilder is another one. Didn't get a chance to throw that in there. All right, Grantley says the Divi theme. Wow. Yeah, and again, adding resources like Jim pointed out, it's a great suggestion to personalize and upgrade your PLR package, upgrade your product a bit too. So, and you guys could include your own, call it a resource cheat sheet, if you will, and it could be your own set of tools just to make it look different from everybody else. So, yep, and then you can totally add your affiliate links in. So Susan, you could add your affiliate link to Landing Page Monkey. You guys could throw in the link for Divi and make people super happy as well. So you guys are giving some great content. It makes me super happy to see this. I love it. You guys are making this PLR product better. I love it. Commission Gorilla is another good one. You're right, for those bonus pages. InstaBuilder. Yep, I love it. I'm writing these suggestions down because I think we can include a PDF that you guys could add your affiliate links to. InstaBuilder, and then Optimize Press. let's see, Optimized Press, Divi Theme, Insta Builder, and then Pro Styler. I like Pro Styler a lot. And then again, if you guys are recommending Optimized Press, throw in your Optimized Press affiliate link, throw in your lead pages affiliate link. Then that way you guys are getting commission on this stuff as well. So that's going to bring us to our final video here. So we've got our final videos, which is going to be how to set up your product on JVZoo, how to set it up on ClickBank, and then how to set it up with PayPal. So those will be the next 3 steps to getting your info product live and on the internet. So let's do this thing. Make sure the recording is still going, and it is. After 2 hours, it's still going strong, and so am I. Awesome, Jim. It is pretty wild, isn't it? All right, I better check in with somebody wanting to know where I'm at. All right, so now we're going to go to JVZoo and set up our products. Let me get that ready to go, then get ClickBank ready to go. And then PayPal, so that way it's seamless for you guys. You guys are kind of watching how I create an info product too. How's that? Jim said usually he's checking his Facebook or emails at this point. Okay, Grantley said he's been having trouble with JVZoo getting his product approved, jumping through all kinds of hoops. Awesome. You can, Susan asked, can you sell the same exact product on JVZoo and ClickBank? And you absolutely can, Susan. So totally, you can totally do that. It's a great suggestion, actually. And it works really well for you to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and kick this off here. And Denise, I like those landing page examples. Let me just pull up one real quick, then I'll show somebody. Show your screen here. Yep, they have some pretty cool options there with like kind of the video playing in the background too. So they have some cool themes, Denise. Yeah, can you throw in some suggestions for getting affiliate requests approved for newbies? So Daniel, I'll tell you the #1 way that I look at, and the reason that it's harder for people that are brand new online to get their affiliate requests approved these days is because there are so many people now that are scamming the system, you know, and they're just like crooked people, you know, and so there's been a lot of that going on where marketers, I've been, you know, lost to the tune of thousands because of a little scam ring that's happened, and that's where they go out, they buy up products, then they go turn around and refund them after, you know, sending them out to somebody else's account. I mean, total garbage people, but it makes it tough on the new people starting out. And so one of the things I do is tell the person, you know, a marketer that you follow, like, you know, you could use you know, any number of marketers that are trustworthy in the industry that you follow. Try and promote products that you buy. So if you're a customer of Commission Gorilla, let them know you're a customer. Let them know your order ID. That's even better. I've had people tell me they're a customer, but they're not. But you can actually say, I'm a customer, and throw in your order ID there. And that's going to really jump out at them and grab their attention. And they're going to say, you know, maybe there is something to this person. I better check it out. So, you know, those are some suggestions that you can do to really, you know, kind of help yourself stand out from the crowd and, you know, kind of just jump out there. So those are some things that I would focus on if I were you, is that process. So, so yeah, as far as getting your affiliate requests approved for newbies, kind of mention marketers you work with, people that you work, you know, for on a regular basis, and then take it from there. All right, let's jump in to the training. Well, at this point in the process, it is time to get our product live on either JVZoo, ClickBank, or PayPal. So this video lesson actually corresponds perfectly with video lesson number 14, which is all about adding your product to the marketplace. And everything we've been doing is building up to this point of having our product ready to launch. And then once it's on our platform, we're able to do the final step of the 15-part process, which is to go out and actually recruit our affiliates. So I'm going to start by showing you how to set up your product on JVZoo. So the first thing you need to do is set up an account go to jvzoo.com. So I'm just going to go here to jvzoo.com. We'll zoom in the screen there. Just click on sign up. Click on sign up. You'll put in your full name, your email address, your password, and then your phone verification, and they will call you, so make sure you're ready to go. There's a simple phone process. Accept the terms, accept and agree to comply with PayPal, then click on register. Click on register. The next thing you're going to do is we'll get logged into our account here. So I'm going to go ahead and log in to my JVZoo account. So I'll go log in here. Give me just a moment. All right, so we're logged in to our JVZoo account. We're logged into the JVZoo account, and what you're looking for up here is sellers. And then you're going to click on sellers and sellers dashboard when you first log in. So when you log in, you're on your overview screen, but you're going to go to sellers and then sellers dashboard. And then you need to go over here to add a product, it's free. Add a product, it's free. But before we do that, we need to do one other step, which is go to my account and choose payment profiles. It's my account and payment profiles, and then you're going to configure a brand new PayPal account. So you'll hit configure now and set up a brand new PayPal account for you. So that's how you can do that process. So and make sure, and this actually allows you to accept payments. So that's where JVZoo is great. They work seamlessly with PayPal. They also work with Stripe. So if you want to accept Stripe as a credit card payment or Authorize.net, you can also do that as well. So just go to configure now and then set up the rest of your profile so there's no other issues. And you can do that again under my account and then payment profile. So next we're going to go over here is to sellers and then sellers dashboard, sellers and sellers dashboard, and then click on add a product, it's free. Add a product, it's free. So this is where we're going to go in and start setting up our info product. So at this point you should have your sales page ready to go. You should have your content that's all set. And so you should have your sales page ready to go. You should choose show product and marketplace. And at this point, we already have our sales page ready. So we started setting it up on OptimizePress over here. You could have set it up on Lead Pages. Maybe it's in your WordPress. Maybe it's in, some other theme or web design tool you used. So it's up to you, but you should have your sales page ready to go on the internet. And so that way we can link to it directly. You should have your support email ready to go so customers have a way of contacting you, and all that stuff should be ready to go. So I'm going to choose allow sales, show product in the library. That's a yes because we want to show up in the marketplace. And then you want to choose your launch date and time. Now if you're just wanting to get the product live right away, you could totally just plug in the launch date as whatever the default is at the time you're creating this. Then I'm going to go here to product name. And so my product name is Leadership Counts. Leadership Counts. Leadership Counts Training. Product price, actually let's call it Leadership Counts. Product price, we'll price that at $27. Commission percentage, I set my commissions typically at 50%. And then support email, so that's where I put in my support email. So you can put in whatever your support email is going to be. Landing page, sales funnel, squeeze page. So that's if you're doing like a pre-launch sequence, you can do that. But I typically will just, if I'm not doing a pre-launch, I'm just going to put in the link And for those of you starting out with your first info product, I wouldn't advise you to do the whole, pre-launch sequence unless you want to. That's a whole nother ball of wax, but you can start with just getting your product out there, practicing getting it out there, and then you're able to continue moving forward. So send all traffic to sales page after launch date and time, click on yes. And so I always make my sales funnel, squeeze page all the same as my sales page. It's really important that your sales page goes right here. Pass affiliate ID to sales page, typically that's no, but you could read that information here. That'll show up as like when they go here, instead of it looking clean like that, it's going to have their affiliate ID there. Some affiliates, like that, so you can do that. I typically just keep that at no though. Protected download. So there's two options here. That's where if you're just going to give them a PDF, you don't need a download page. You could just have them download the file itself. Or you can go to a thank you page, which is what I'm going to do, is a straight thank you page. So, we've created our thank you page already right here. So that's what I'm going to insert here. So that's my thank you page. And then return period, usually it's 30 days. And then you want to select make my product eligible for product of the day, because why not? Why not make it product of the day? And then if you want to entice JVZoo to promote, maybe you offer them 60% commissions for that. And then as far as affiliate approval goes, because you're going to be recruiting affiliates, you need to set that. And again, thank you page is your download page. Just keep that in mind. Put your download page link here, like the one that we created, and that's all you need to do. Return period 30 days, affiliate approval manual, and then if you have more than 100 sales on the JVZoo platform and a refund rate below 10%, you will be approved. If you want to promote with instant commissions, please let me know how you plan to promote this product. And the reason you want to do this is because the reason you want to do this process, of saying that is because you don't want to just approve every single affiliate. I know it's tempting when you first start out, but there are some people that will game the system, and so you do have to be careful with that. And the next thing you want to do, the rest of this can be blank for now. Archive product, make sure it's set to no. This one's important. Checkout options, make sure PayPal is selected right here, otherwise it won't sell. Description for buyers. So, learn, we could actually take from our sales page for the description. Throw that in there. And then primary training, let's go here and choose what category this fits into. So business and management fits really well there. You can make it a dime sale. That means for every sale, the price would go up. So the start price could be 27. For every sale, the price is going to increase a penny. You can totally do that. I don't typically do that right off the bat. You do need to integrate with an autoresponder, which means that, as people buy the product, they're going to automatically be added to your email list. Or you could go, with no autoresponder, but I would recommend you have one. That way you're tracking and getting your customers onto an email list. GetResponse integrates really well. Aweber also works here. And, you must first link your Aweber account. But you can go with GetResponse, and that's where you just put in, the defaults. So that's for my account. And then you can go here and just create your new list from here. Go create new list, and then that's where you would plug that in. Your new campaign name goes right in there. The next thing you've got here is a webinar integration. So that's if you decide that you want every customer to be registered for a webinar. Again, this is more advanced stuff for those that are just starting out. I wouldn't recommend these fields. But definitely on the GetResponse, I would definitely do that. If you are going to, I definitely recommend that you build a list, either GetResponse or Aweber, and that you do integrate those. So leadership counts, throw that in there. And then let's go to save product at the bottom, save product. And then let's scroll down here, see if that showed up there. And it did, leadership counts, and it looks like it's ready to go here. Next thing we want to do is get our buy buttons set up. So we want to get our buy button. So the product is ready to go. If I click on that to view the sales page, you're going to see here that it's there, but we don't have any buy now buttons on there. So I need to go over here to actions, go to actions and choose buy buttons. And then this is where I'm going to plug in here. This is button number 2, as seen above. Copy and paste that button. And I'm going to go into, for example, Optimize Press. And let's zoom in on that page here. Scroll on down to the bottom. Let's go Add Element. And let's go HTML, Custom HTML. Copy and paste that in there. That's our button. Hit Insert. Buy Now, save and continue. And then now we've got our Buy Now button on the page ready to go. Scroll on down, make sure that is working. There it is, Leadership Counts. Now they're ready to purchase your product. So the next thing you can do inside of JVZoo here, it's a really important step. Under Sellers, go to Affiliate Options and then Affiliate Request. So Sellers, Affiliate Options, Affiliate Request. And it's from here, you need to make sure that you're being very careful. So you can go through here and choose your affiliates. Like this one, this person here is a really high quality affiliate for me. So I'm going to choose Instant because they have over 250 sales. This one has under 10 sales. They've only been a member for 13 days, whereas Leona here, this member's been a member for 5 years. So of course I'm going to approve her, but him, no. I'm going to either set him to delayed or deny. So I'm going to deny him. 100 plus sales. He does give me, I'd like to promote your product. My list is about 1,300. I have IM blogs. Okay, they give me a good reason to promote, so I'm clicking on that. Whew, I'm going to edit that out. All right. Okay, that's gone. This one from Indonesia there, they are going to tell me how they're going to promote it. They've got a site named JVZoo Live. Only been on the market 11 sales, less than 10, 0% refund rate. I'm going to set them to delayed commissions. And again, even the delayed commissions, you do need to be careful before you pay them out as well. So you do need to be careful about that. Like here's another one, a really good potential affiliate. Click on Instant Commissions there. And some of these, though, you just want to be careful as far as who you're approving and those types of things. So that's how you go through the approval process, when you get affiliates. Also under Sellers Dashboard here, if I were to go to My Product, I can pull up my affiliate page, and so this would be the page you're going to add to your JV page that you're going to set up. So I'm finding my product called Leadership Counts. Go to Actions and choose Affiliate Details page, Affiliate Details page, and it's going to be this link here. This is the link that I would provide affiliates to grab my affiliate link for Leadership Counts training. And then from here, you can either send your affiliates to this page, which is automatically made within JVZoo, which makes JVZoo the perfect platform for brand new info product sellers, or you could set up your affiliate page like we showed you in that video lesson, and then you could actually put a link directly to this affiliate page. And that affiliate page could be set up in Optimize Press or Lead Pages or any of those solutions that you like to use. So that is how you set up a product on JVZoo. Next thing that we do here is ClickBank. That's the next part of the process. We're going to set up our info product on the ClickBank platform. And so, if you're somebody that's creating a product that in a certain niche market and you feel it's going to be a good seller on ClickBank, you can completely follow these steps. You could also have your product for sale on both platforms. There's not a problem there either. So you just go to clickbank.com. They've been in business for 17 plus years, going on 18 years. They've been in the market for a long time. You just need to go here to create account, go to English, country, put in your first name, your last name, your address, all the basic information that follows. Include the name of your bank and where you bank at, and then your basic account information will go in there also. So clickbank.com, that's ClickBank. I'm going to log into a brand new ClickBank account that I just set up for an info product that I am launching soon, just so we can see the process for setting up an info product. So you can see here it's a brand new product. This is how it will look when you first start out. My product's in child safety, so we should be seeing sales soon. We're in the middle of launching it. So to get your first product live on ClickBank, you need to log in and go to Settings and make sure under Settings that you have inputted all your information, your pay name, your tax ID number, your contact information. You can also check your payment threshold here by just going to edit, go to edit, and then you can choose how you want to be paid. Is it going to be direct deposit or a check? I like direct deposit, and then you can choose payment threshold to just $10, and then you're paid bi-weekly. If you go with direct deposit, you'll be paid weekly. So, later on, I would insert my direct deposit information. So I'm going to click on Save Changes there. Wanted to alert you to that because you want to set that up. So the next thing you do under Settings is go to My Products. You go to Settings and My Products. And you're going to go up here to where it says Add New Product, Add New Product. You're going to select product type, and it's a one-time digital product, one-time digital product. So let's go ahead and do that component here. And we'll set up our one-time digital product. And then we'll go down here to our category. This is going to be an ebook. Item number 2, and this is going to be called Leadership Counts. And then we'll put in an image. You can't use an image yet until you've been around a little while. This is going to be what's called the pitch page. So your product's pitch page is your sales page. So that's what's going to go right here. That's the page you're doing in OptimizePress. Now, if you are doing the same product on OptimizePress, or excuse me, on JVZoo and ClickBank, you would actually need to, save the page in OptimizePress, is just duplicate that page and call it -CB or -JVZ for JVZoo. You don't need to go with the mobile page, because the good thing about OptimizePress, Lead Pages, the other page builders, most of them out there, is they're mobile responsive. Set your product price here. Set your commission at 50% or 75%, depending on where you want to go. So let's go to 50. And then you can upload your product here, or you could put your actual thank you page. So I'm going to go with the actual thank you page. We'll plug that in there. I'm going to paste that in. And then at this point, you just go to Save Product, Save Product. And you guys can see now why I encourage you guys to actually have your sales page and your download page all set up. Now I'm going to show you guys, because ClickBank doesn't make it as simple as JVZoo to find your order link. I'm going to show you guys how to find the ClickBank order link. You go to Google and type in ClickBank order button link. ClickBank order button link. And I will say they make it kind of difficult here. So you're going to highlight this, bring it into your text file, and your item number is whatever the item number is. So my item number was item number 2. My account name is Kid Safety 1. Kid Safety 1. Then you're going to click on this to copy and paste it, put it into your browser just to see if it works. It says this account has not been activated, which is true, because you have to submit your product for approval once you've added this button, but that means it works. So it says Leadership Counts right there. You guys notice that? And so let me zoom in a little bit there so you guys can see what I'm copying and pasting up here. So it's item number, so it's either going to be 1 or 2, whatever your item number is. Then your account name .pay.clickbank.net. So that's how you grab your ClickBank payment link, and that's what you guys are going to integrate and put on that page. So what's going to happen here is you're going to create your own Buy Now button. So if I were to go down here and let's go to Add Element, and let's go up here to, and let's call it a button, right? We're going to add a button. So let's choose our button style. It's going to load up here. This is yes, let me in. We've got add to cart. Let's go now with that. Link URL is going to be this link here. Insert. And now that's our Buy Now button. So now we're good to go with ClickBank as well, as opposed to JVZoo. So you guys can see that. Simply, if you're using OptimizePress, you just go to Button Designer. If you're using any other page builder, you're going to create whatever template they have for you for buttons or buy buttons, and you're going to use those buttons in there. So you can keep it super simple if you want. You can keep it super clean. And then you're going to make that Buy Now button. The last part of the process for ClickBank, though, is you need to get your product approved right there. So you need to get your product approved. So I'm going to click on this and choose Approval Request Required. And then I'm going to tell them where my product would fit in a category. I'm going to tell them my HopLink target URL. And then I'm going to request approval for my product. And so that's what you need to do. So just follow their steps through the process, but you need to wait until everything is set up, your sales copy is where you want it, and everything is ready to go. So that's how you get your product up on ClickBank. Now I'm going to show you how to set up your product on PayPal so that you guys can set that up. All right, so let's go here. We are over here in ClickBank. I'm going to open up PayPal now, show you guys how to set up your payment link. All right, guys, we are logged in to our PayPal account. So you just need to log into your PayPal account, go up to Tools, and choose All Tools. Choose All Tools. So that's what you're going to do. Go to All Tools. Then we need to go down here to where it says PayPal Buttons. PayPal Buttons. Click on that. So click on PayPal Buttons. Then we're going to go here, scroll down. And up here, excuse me, click on Create New Button on the right-hand side. Create New Button. And if the only reason you would go with PayPal for your product launch is if you are not going to recruit affiliates. If you're going to go with affiliates, by all means use JVZoo or ClickBank, or else you're not going to be able to have affiliates promoting your product, which is eliminating a massive traffic stream. But if you're just wanting to launch your product to your own audience that you have, this is how you can use PayPal to do that. So the item name is going to be the product name, so Leadership Counts. You don't need an item ID. My price, I'm just going to throw in here at 27. We don't need a drop-down menu. We don't need anything like that. Use setting, tax profile, we don't need that. Use my secure merchant ID, or you could just use your email. Typically, just keep that as the default. Then the only other thing you need to do is go here to step number 3. You can skip step number 2. Can your customer add special instructions? You want to say no, it's a digital product. Do you need your customer shipping address? No, it's digital. This is where it's important. Take customers to this URL when they cancel their checkout. Take them back to your sales page. That's what I do, or take them to a squeeze page. It's up to you, like your landing page. Take customers to this URL when they finish checkout. That's going to be your thank you page where you could send them to a page to put in their name and email, or that's going to be your product download page. So you can do that as well. Put your product download page, then choose create your button. Create your button. Then what you're going to do is go to email, grab this link right here. I'm going to go back to my optimized press page over here as well. We're going to go to add element. We're going to create another button inside the element, and let's say add to cart. We're going to use that add to cart button. This link URL is now PayPal. Click on insert. Now we have another add to cart button there. And our product is ready for sale on 3 different platforms. Now, obviously, you're not going to have all 3 on your page at the same time. You know, you're going to want to delete those so it's only one provider. It's only JVZoo, or it's only PayPal, or it's only ClickBank. But that is how you do that process. It's how you get your link in order to sell on PayPal. Now, I can copy and paste this link directly into my browser, and it should show up that I'm ready to go with this product purchase. And it may not work because I can't pay myself. All right, so there it goes. So it adds it to my shopping cart just like that, as it should. Leadership Counts, pay with checkout, checkout, you're good to go. So that's how you create a PayPal Buy Now button. We just went over how to add your product to JVZoo, ClickBank, and PayPal, and it's super easy if you followed all the steps to this point. And the next video lesson, the final lesson and part of the process, is to recruit affiliates, start getting traffic to your offer. Woo! We did it, guys. We made it. All right, let's see what questions we've got here. Okay, I love it. Let me go ahead and stop the recording. I will go ahead and I'm just going to, let's see, stop the recording. Well, let me keep the recording going. Okay, let's answer these questions and we'll move on from there. Awesome, guys. You guys are a very attentive audience. I appreciate it. Can you sell the same product on both JVZoo and ClickBank? Definitely, Susan. You can totally do that. They actually don't mind. That's a great thing to do. What was that about selling the same product on JVZoo? Oh, Jim, yeah, she was asking, can you sell the same product on JVZoo that you sell on ClickBank? So yeah, there's no problem with that. Never had an issue. So I've actually done that for various affiliates too. Some affiliates, they only want to promote ClickBank. Some only want to promote JVZoo. So, you can get the best of both worlds there. You could also do a separate launch on each. You can also launch on Warrior Plus if you want to get an additional platform. Can you throw in some suggestions for getting affiliate requests approved for newbie? And I did that, Daniel, so I did cover that. Can we use our existing PayPal or Stripe account, or do we have to set up a new account? So Jim, you can definitely do that. You can use your existing PayPal or Stripe account. It's not a problem at all. You do not need to create a new one with your brand new JVZoo account. When you say that some affiliates can game the system, what do you mean exactly? What should I be looking out for? So Jim, what you're looking out for there is, really for those affiliates, when I talk about gaming the system, they're those affiliates that have less than 100 sales. Usually they're fairly new to the market. They might have a high refund rate. So what happens is they go out and they'll buy your products, and they might have multiple PayPal accounts set up under multiple different names. They'll buy your product under several different names, and then after the refund period, they'll refund the product, right? They'll refund the product or do a chargeback on PayPal, which can go up to 6 months. But at that point, they've already received their commissions. They've withdrawn it from their account. So when you go to process the refund, they're running away with the commissions. You're left holding the bag. And so you just have to be careful with who you're approving, because there's a lot of people that are scammy out there. And so what I look for when I'm approving affiliates is, do I have a relationship with them? Did I reach out to them personally? Are they a customer of mine? Did they buy my product? When you're starting out, it's tempting to just approve everybody, but what you're looking for, JVZoo's done a great job. They've really advanced. So now JVZoo tells you what their refund rate is across the market. If it's above 10%, steer clear. If they've been on the market for less than 6 months, steer clear of them, unless they have a really good explanation. I'm trying, I want to give all affiliates a fair chance. And so there's some affiliates that, like Daniel here was saying, how do you get requests approved? Because it's tougher, right? And so, I love all the affiliates, even the brand new ones that I can get. And so, if you give me a valid reason if they give you a really good reason for how they're going to promote, then that's good. But some people, they're going to say, oh, I'm just going to buy traffic from trafficforme.com or from some other traffic network. Traffic for Me is great for solo ads, but if they're going to say they're going to buy their traffic from, get it from some other source, that you've seen that name around a lot, avoid those kind of affiliates. So those kind of give you some ideas. James, I hate dime sales. Yep. With JVZoo, James, I would use PayPal by all means, PayPal, but Stripe gives people an alternative as well. Would I recommend JVZoo or ClickBank for typical instructional internet marketing instructional video series like WordPress or something like that? JVZoo is going to be your best option there. Actually, both. I would go with both, but for your bigger launch, I would go JVZoo, because JVZoo is really heavily focused on the internet marketing space right now. It's definitely advancing, whereas ClickBank, 98% of their business is on all other markets like child safety, hitting a baseball, fitness, those kind of niche products. Alan says, Paul, you are awesome. Thank you. I'm usually asleep by now on most webinars because they just want to sell something. You've banked some trust with me. If it means anything, this is more than valuable. You are so welcome, Alan. Happy to do that. Please explain HopLink target URL. HopLink target URL. Wow. HopLink target URL, that is your, ClickBank is really funny. They use some funny names for that. Your HopLink target URL, it's your buy now link. It's your buy button. That's what it is. And what's really funny about it is they make it near impossible to find it for whatever reason. So that HopLink is your buy link. Daniel says that was awesome. Appreciate it. This is the first time I've ever stayed on a webinar almost 3 hours and loved every minute of it. Thank you. You are most welcome, Jim. I love it. Can you do a follow-up first launch course now that we can add as an OTO too after first funnel? I'll pay up front. This has been fantastic. Oh, definitely, Daniel. I'd be happy to. Doing the pre-launch, the launch email sequence for JVs, running a launch competition. Yeah, that's actually a really good strategy, Daniel. I will actually include that in a future. In fact, I might even do some pre-sales of that and do one live, like record it live for you guys, teaching all those methods. So great suggestion. I actually will probably do something like that. Let's see, I had a question about something you showed on JVZoo, but I don't remember the question now. Is there a way to email you if I have questions after the replay? Susan, you can email me at hello@paulcounts.com, and I will be getting in there tonight and answering a lot of questions and then into this weekend as well. So let's see here. Should I use my Stripe account or PayPal account with JVZoo or ClickBank in your opinion? Definitely your PayPal, James. Thank you very much, Paul. You're welcome, Brian. You mentioned creating a new PayPal account from the JVZoo screen. Yeah, you need to link to your existing. I misspoke if I said a new account, Susan. I'm sorry about that. I meant you need to link your PayPal account from the JVZoo screen. So you need to link that up. So link up your account in there. So link your current business PayPal account, and it should be a business account or a verified account for it to work properly. Amazing that anyone would spend that much time with their customers and sharing so much information for no return. Amazing. I loved it. Thank you. You're so welcome, Louise. Happy to have you here. Yes, there will be a replay, Bill. I'm actually going to work on posting the replay. What I'll probably do is post this replay first, since it'll be done first, and then I'll chop up all the videos, and then you guys will get those separately for yourselves to use that. Paul, if we create a different sales page, can we still use your name on the sales page? I purchased the co-branded version. Of course, Denise, if you create a new sales page, you can still use my name. That's the beauty of co-branding option. James, my kids are feeling better. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys being flexible with me. And, you know, I needed a few extra days. We're still in the middle of our move, but that's going okay too. So that'll be wrapped up. You do have PLR rights to these videos, to the ones that I did. So I'm going to chop these up into, you know, however many different videos. I think there's 7 or 8 individual small videos, and then that way you can do that. Great. I'm glad that worked out as a better day for you. And again, this whole replay will be posted, and then I'm also going to do the individual videos so it's easier for you to send to your customers so you're not having to chop it up. But depending on what licensing rights you got, you guys can include these. And if you're in the personal license, you can't sell them, but you can watch them again and again. Awesome. Thank you so much. This clears up several things I got stuck on before. This has been terrific. You're so welcome, Carol. And I appreciate you guys an awful lot. Thank you for saying all those kind words. Awesome webinar, Paul. Thanks. You're welcome, William. All right. If there's no other questions, I will wrap this up. I will wrap that up. All right. You're so welcome, Grantley. All right. Good deal, guys. I will go ahead and stop the recording. That way we, you know, it's already going to be a large file as it is. So, all right. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your day and be blessed. Take care.